the larynx or voice box. It's where your vocal folds are located. Some lucky singers don't ever need to think about the larynx, but most of us do. I call it a game changer and a lifelong singing endeavor, no matter what style of music you sing. Welcome back to another edition of Victoria's Vocal Tips. 30 years of teaching voice, 42 years of studying voice, all different styles. I take serious vocal technique and make it simple and fun. The larynx is located behind and slightly above the Adam's apple, or ladies have the equivalent of the Adam's apple, the little bump in the neck. The larynx should float freely and be stable. So I'm not going to tell you that it has to be fixed in any one position. No, we don't talk like that. Listen to this. This is my low larynx. I'm very sorry. This is my medium or neutral larynx. Hello. This is my higher larynx. Hey, how you doing? In this video, we're going to do some speaking and singing exercises so you can experience this floating while being stable for yourself. The position of the larynx depends upon what style you are singing and what kind of sound you want. For a deeper, darker sound, then you're going to go for a slightly lower larynx. For a brighter sound, you're going to go for a higher larynx. Watch my video on larynx positions, what is right for you. Also, we know that in singing, everything works together. So I'm going to include the links to quite a few of my playlists and videos to help you more. All links will be in the description below. So I want you to experience this for yourself. We're going to do some easy and fun speaking exercises. So first we're going to go into a full-blown yawn. I'll do it first, then you follow me. So it's going to be like this. I'm so tired. Here we go. I'm so tired. I want you to pay attention to what that feels like. Let's do it again. Big yawn. I'm so tired. You feel your throat is really wide, but your tongue is being pushed out. And that doesn't feel good to sing like that. That's what I call a depressed larynx caused by shoving down the root of the tongue. Not good for singing. That's too much space. Second, we're going to do the beginning of a yawn, like, okay, and you feel the throat just opens up a little bit. It's the very beginning of a yawn. And I'm going to say, okay, here we go. Okay, you see, the sound is not distorted. Okay, versus okay, right. The third position is what I would just call neutral or mid, like I'm answering the telephone. Hello, here we go. Hello, you see, you didn't do anything fancy. You didn't yawn, you didn't think about anything else. It just stayed medium. Now, watch. I'm going to swallow and listen to what happens to my voice. Oh, that went down the wrong pipe. Oh, that sounds like SpongeBob. So now it's your turn. You're going to swallow and you're going to say, oh, it went down the wrong pipe, because some of you sing like that. Let's do it. Oh, it went down the wrong pipe. So the first most common problem is letting that larynx jump up as you ascend in pitch, okay? Doesn't sound good and is going to create vocal fatigue or sore throat or even worse. The second common problem is shoving the larynx down by pushing the tongue down. Okay? We don't want to sing like that. It doesn't sound good and it puts direct pressure on your vocal folds. Now we're going to do one of my favorite exercises. If you know me, you already know what it's going to be. It's going to be the ascending, descending spoken siren. And we're going to start on the ah vowel like this. Ah. Now, as I said, we don't want the larynx to be rigid and stuck in one position. That larynx must be free to float. So as I go higher, that larynx might float a little higher, and that is okay. However, it should not jump and the throat should not squeeze, or else you'll sound like SpongeBob. Let's take our 3 fingers, place them on both sides of the neck, a little bit of friendly pressure, not pushing in very hard, just inviting that throat to stay open and the larynx to float in a stable way. And I'm going to go, ah, or higher voices can be, ah. Here we go. Ah. Again. Ah. So what helped? How did you keep that larynx stable? I'll tell you some of the quick fixes that I do with my students. A little bit of yawn as you get higher. I said a little bit, not a lot, because we don't want to depress and push that tongue down. So here's my throat. Oh, a little bit more yawn so that that soft palate can arch slightly higher. In the upper voice, oh, great. This is going to make your sound more even. If you don't make these little adjustments, that larynx is probably going to jump up and you will probably get tight. Now, in singing, no matter what style you sing, that larynx might float a little bit higher, it might be a little bit lower, but again, it needs to be stable. Generally, in classical, the larynx floats lower for a darker sound. For pop, the position is generally mid or neutral. So goodbye, yellow brick road. But then there may be times in pop where I want it to float a little bit higher. Benny, Benny, Benny and the Jets. Or for jazz, I might want it to float a little lower if I want a velvety, smoky sound. Smooth operator, smooth operator. We are now ready to apply this to singing. So remember what I said. No matter what style of singing you do, that larynx must be flexible and stable. So the exercise, simple glides on a third. Like this. Lower voices can be not you see how bad that sounds? You've like cut off part of your voice on the bottom. Okay, and that's going to make you tighter as you get higher. Higher voices can be up here. So for many of you, if you're used to having your larynx jump up and singing on the squeeze, then give a little bit more tall space in the back of the throat. A little bit more of that beginning of a yawn without pushing the tongue down. Here we go. Keep going. Okay, keeping the volume even. Last one. So, I gave you this exercise on the ah vowel, but you know what the hardest vowel is for most singers as they ascend in pitch and they start going into the squeeze? The hardest vowel is E, also oo. But right now we're going to do the same thing on E, like this. E, let's go. E, not E, E. E, three more. Reminder about E, please don't sing E between your teeth like this, because you know that makes me kind of crazy, okay? We make E primarily with the tongue. E. See my playlist on vowels. Oh, we better do the E vowel again, because I just remembered a lot of people let their jaws come forward like this, okay? Death to the high notes. So watch. E, slightly down and back. Can you take your index finger and just put it here as your guide? Here we go. E, two more. E, last one. Good. Don't let that jaw come forward or else you're going to have problems. The last exercise we're going to do is a simple 5-tone ascending, descending scale. And your goal is to make every note sound even though we need to make changes inside to sound even outside. So the exercise is ba 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 ba, or ba 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 ba, not ba 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 ba. The larynx should not jump with the pitch. High voices, we don't want to hear ba 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 ba. You see, when you do that, you're cutting off part of your voice, and it's going to make you tired, and it sounds bad. Here we go. If you need to put the 3 fingers on both sides of the neck as your guide, fine. Or if you want to put your index finger here as your guide, great. 2 more. On bub. Why did I choose bub? I like bub a lot. Not for everybody, but for this type of exercise, yes, I like it because the B, the plosive, helps to close the vocal folds, and it also helps to arch the soft palate a bit. Let's try that. Just go like you're getting ready to say bub, but you're just going. You feel that opening in the back? Just the right amount. Just the right amount of pressure in the mouth, not in the throat, and not at the vocal folds. All of these exercises are in my audio program, Victoria's vocal exercise program. Super affordable, and I show you, I guide you in doing the exercises. Story time. I want to tell you about my student, Dylan Ball from Scotland. He's been with me for about 8 months, and when he started, he did what most pop singers do in the beginning, is that he let that larynx jump with the pitch, okay? And his high notes were really high up and squeezed like that, okay? Little by little, he corrected it with very specific exercises. Today, he had a fabulous lesson, and I was so thrilled because every time he felt that larynx go up, and every time he started to sing on the squeeze, he stopped and he fixed it. And when I asked him what did he do, he told me exactly what he did. See, friends, this is how you get to be your own vocal detective, whether you are working privately with a teacher or you're working on your own. If you want to be your own vocal detective, make sure to record yourself in your practice. It is now time for Victoria's Wisdom. The larynx should be flexible and stable, not jumping up or being pushed down. This is a game changer in your singing. I hope you have enjoyed another edition of Victoria's Vocal Tips. Don't forget to subscribe, tell your friends, leave me some comments, leave me some thumbs up, and keep working and enjoying the flexibility and stability of your larynx. And I look forward to seeing everyone again very soon.